Sorry guys for the silence upon the stream. I'm currently working on a project which I have just multitasking, and you can see we have yellow flags in all sectors, and I think that is a safety car out on the track. So it's safe to say that we're under full, of course, safety car conditions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to peacefully go on board with OP Robbie as we watch, and we're going to wait for the safety car to end because we need to make the most of our time, of course. And I think someone has had a spin or something happened to make that safety car come out, as it is full course. So I'm not exactly sure. I see someone apologizing in the chat, so I would assume it's something between F.R.A. Liam and Piers M. Thomas. However, they both seem to be decently okay, so I'm not sure what's going on now. As we can see, OP Robbie has already caught up to the safety car, so it could be back in the pits at no time, as we're just going to complete our schoolwork like a very good boy. Thank you, Jesus, says Oshin. So it seems that the drivers benefited from this safety car. Well, at least some of them, because they all boxed. So it's a free pit stop for everyone, practically. So it does not really matter. Volta Reflex asked if that was his bad. I could not really tell. So it seems that since they were going 3 wide and having a huge battle, maybe something happened there which caused them to spin, but they all seem to get out relatively okay. I think F.R.A. Liam, something happened with him, but other than that, everyone seems to be without wing damage and cruising in the original positions. As let's have a look at the tyres now. Safety car won't be coming in just yet, so we have another lap of waiting to go. See everyone performing one stop. Oshin is on those hards, and we can see a lot of drivers on those mediums as Robbie goes for another lap under the safety car. As we can see, IRT Mick needs to catch up. Is he actually driving? From that driving style, I would assume so. Looking up a bit, so yeah, it just seems legit, if that's how we're gonna call it. As the drivers, something's happened there. TF Black Box has had a spin out of the first corner and has a second one out of the first as well, and he's down into P15 now, and that's points out of his reach, as he now shifts down to catch up with the Delta. I think very disappointed on his end with that, because he could have gone and made up a lot of positions, so that's a real shame for him. And have one slide to go, guys. Can you believe that? Doing the mines origins, mines social life, and lastly we also have to do, I'm going to delete this, is there anyone actually watching? Because I'm very sorry if you have to listen to me working out what I'm going to put for my presentation tomorrow. I feel really, I feel bad. So if you are, then make sure to comment, because otherwise I'm just feeling a bit stupid. Seems we're all good, and We're still on the safety car though, but everyone's caught up. TF Blackbox is the final one to catch up. Luckily it's a safety car and it's not in just yet. And I'm doing political government. Oh, the Mayans are military. And we have 6 views now. So, as I said, if you're actually watching here, and you're not just a robot, or one of those, you know what, bots, then please comment. But the safety car still is not in, as another person having a spin, and poor guys at the front having to wait lap after lap for the safety car to come into the boxes. And I think it will be coming in this lap unless somebody decides to have yet another spin, because that would be very unfortunate for them. As we proceed in the waiting, Oshin says, oh no, as we're still on the safety car. TF Blackbox and Oshin both on fresh soft thighs, and 6 watching as we're going to go on to our final slide, which will be political. We could call it political, right? Military, the cities divided. That would go under political, I would say. Yeah, political. Mayans, politics? Yeah. Yes, that's fine. Okay. And we're gonna get racing soon. Robbie is slowing down a lot. He is weaving for his life now, getting all of the heat into those tires for the final 10 laps of this race, slowing everyone down. And he has a long way to go still. This is the straight we talked about, but if you're not taking it at full throttle, then it does become quite a lengthy distance of a straight, as now Robbie is heading into the final chicane. And VSR Jensen is the first to make a move, and that is on Volta Reflex, and he is up into position numero 6, as everyone else maintaining position. Oshin makes the move, and TF Blackbox is still just behind and staying there. Jerry Van Bussel, will he go for the move on OP Robbie? OP Robbie has led every single lap of this race, and every single lap has been Jerry Van Bussel right behind him, really breathing down his neck. So this is a real test for both of them to see which is the most consistent, which can handle the pressure of being one mistake away from going down a position. as we can see. Robbie is seeming to get clear of him now. Black Box makes the move on IoT Mick on those fresh tyres though. As we can see, FRA Liam, who's in P11, also looking to make moves, and his next target is Piers Thomas. Where's he going to go? Swooping around the outside like a stork. No! Like an eagle in its prey. I got this line from Matty Siski from pre-season. It was a very good one, but I messed it up somehow, and you can see he makes a very nice move there. Completely clean and very just, it's a beautiful move, very well planned, very well executed, and just one of the moves that you like to see. I'm not really sure how to describe it. It's just a perfect move. What you would what stewards would call a clean, perfect, normal, regular, recommendable move. As we can see, Robbie now leading Van Bussel, and Bussel always gets very close on this straight, as he's now 2/10 away at one point through that section of corners, and now 14 laps in, 22 to go, to TK and Volta Reflex giving it their all as TK on the outside, Volta on the inside. So TK cannot make a move just yet there. Liam, Piers Thomas, these guys are all going at it. No one seeming to be able to get past, as OP Robbie remains in position number 1. TF Black Box, that's 3-second time penalties. This is not the race which he hoped to come into 1 hour before, as it is now 7:58 PM in the UK, 8:58 PM here in Spain, as we see Robbie going 2/10 slower than his best lap. And I'm just going to see Black Box making a move on Oshin. That's a very good move by the Williams, and I'm just going to stick with these guys as I work a bit more on my presentation. And Jerry Van Bussel around the outside on Robbie. He finally makes the move, and that was one which was a very eye-catching by that McLaren with all that branding around it. Very nice in my opinion. Volta Reflex also gets back to TK as they're still going side by side, and very clean battles all throughout the grid now, as Noel closing on Troye. Inactive Hecche gets a 3-second time penalty. He's up in P9 now, starting P17, and he's definitely made up positions, as now VSR Jensen is looking to make a move on TF Damiano. Has no glitches today, and pretty perfect lobby in my opinion, as TF Black Box is making much positions. Inactive Hecche, I was just thinking how consistent he's been today, and then he spins around. Robbie making a move in a very extraordinary corner there, just before that long straight, before the final chicane, and that's not where you would expect a move to be made, as now Jerry Van Bussel has been bamboozled and trying to get his position back for P1. He was in P1 for a few sectors, but now Robbie retakes what he's had this whole race and what he wants to finish on, as now TF Jerry Van Bussel, he's going to open the DRS. Robbie already has those points guaranteed, as now Gidges looking to make the move on the inside. Oh, they bang tires, LFR Gidges and Oshin, as now Gidges on the outside and Oshin on the inside. Gidges slots in just behind Oshin. Now will Mick look to make a move? No, he won't, as they're still having this three-way battle up ahead. Robbie and Jerry Van Bussel still going at it. This is where Jerry Van Bussel made the move last time out. Will he make it this time? Yes, he will. It seems he will, as now he has the outside line. Will he get it done? Yes, he will, around the outside. Robbie, he can't fight back just yet. And Troye, here comes Troye. He's 1/10 back, and with all this fighting, he's used it to his advantage to catch right up to these guys. As now we can see these three also having a complete go at each other, as we can see IRT Mick LFR Gidges, they're going 3 wide into the right-hander. Oh my word! And they're keeping it clean still as LFR Gidges comes out on top for the foreseeable future. Oisin is sandwiched between them. No, Oisin is the last of them, and IRT Mick is the one who is sandwiched between them at this moment in time. Troy 5/10 back. He's going to keep looking to make those moves. Now Oisin is going to try and catch back up to these guys. Slap 16 of 22, and a lot of good racing has been brought to us so far after this safety car restart. As we can see, Jerry Van Bussel has still leading Robbie, and Robbie hasn't been able to make a move yet. Will he make a move on Van Bussel where Van Bussel made a move on him? We'll have to see. A lot of strategical play is going to go in to see where they make the moves. Troye is catching right up, and we can see even Damiano is right there. Jensen is also there, and this is a huge train going all the way to VSR Jensen on lap 17 of 22 as Robbie is still settled in P2 as he's going to try and make the move 4/10 into El Rouge. It's the distance between him and the leader at this moment in time as they're starting their laps. Of course, Troye 2/10 back. He's going to activate the DRS. Will he get involved on this action? The gap is 1/10. I'm jumping out of my seat right now. Troye getting very close to Robbie. Robbie getting very close to Jerry and Bussel. Troye takes a different line, looking to make a move, but he can't make it stick just yet. Noel taking advantage as well, and he's right there and caught up to the front pack. Damiano is also right there. IRT Mick makes the move on Gidges, and they're still going at it completely. Oisin, however, is dropped back to 1.7 seconds behind as the others were split by only 1/10 of a second, which is the gap we saw between P1 and P2 in qualifying. So absolutely anything can happen between them, as we can see Troye now looking to catch back up to OP Robbie and to Talent Factory Jerry Van Bussel, as TF Blackbox still making moves. He's not given up just yet. He goes very wide and makes a move on ZTK001, but it could be an off-track overtake there as the TK not looking to give up just yet, as Volta Reflex 7 seconds behind VSR Jensen, and VSR Jensen is the final runner in this DRS train, which leads all the way up to the leader Jerry Van Bussel. We haven't said his name a million times this today, but he's really earned it, having a beautiful race, his first debut here in SBS, and it looks like he's going to win. But Robbie, he could do something about it. So could Troye, who's dropped back a bit this lap. 50% ERS for him, so they're all around 50%. Noel is pretty much a bit less than that. TF Blackbox heads into the boxes, weaving completely, and I think he's going to retire in the boxes, infuriated by his race tonight, and he does retire. And what? Que va fanculo. And this is unexpected. The safety car comes out because Blackbox leaves debris scattered all over the pit lane entry. Now this is a tad bit confusing because, I mean, I would see that he's infuriated. I mean, I don't think he knew that could happen, but unfortunately it did, so he'll just have to learn from that in the future. But looking on the bright side, we will have a final lap showdown. That is actually pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to it. All these drivers on the same amount of tyres, and how anyone, even up until Volta Reflex, could be involved. And we can see the safety car stationary on the track waiting for Jerry Van Bussel to catch up to it, and I think we'll have 2 laps of racing to go because the grid is pretty spread out at this moment in time. Yosar Jensen is the only man heading into the boxes. Volts Reflex also boxes though, so they're going to take the risk and head on to the soft compounded tire for the final laps of this race. No one in the top 5 has done so though, as now we're waiting for a response from TF Blackbox. Inactive Hekche is speeding on the safety car. As we can see, these final few guys, they're all heading into the boxes, so we could see a bit of a mix between them all. Jensen only loses out 1 position, but he's on fresh tyres, so that could be the right call for him, as Jerry Van Bussel still leading Robbie, and we have Troy 8, Noel, Damiano, Zatige all behind and ready to catch up. And we have Wheelo. I know he's here. In his boring job, is what he says. I think he's working overtime today. Unfortunately, he can't join us here. I'm sure he would be up within those front runners. As we can see, 10 lap old tyres now for the medium runners. And I think we will be getting 21 and 22 for racing. 2 laps of racing. So moves can be made and races can be won. This is going to be interesting, that's all I'm going to say. And now, this is going to be a very intense safety car restart. The drivers, they've been preparing for this. This is the whole day, the whole night has come down to this moment right here when the safety car enters the boxes. Jerry Van Bussel, what sort of restart will he do? Robbie, we saw him do a very slow one. Will Jerry Van Bussel follow Robbie's lead now as we wait? I think the safety car notification should pop up any second now. And you just need to have some patience with the safety car driver, as it should be heading in soon. We can see the fire extinguisher there, and on the screen appears the beautiful sight. And there we go, safety car in this lap. That's an even more beautiful sight now, as we can see. We're going to start racing very soon. Let's go, guys. Let's go. 5 guys watching, and that's enough to start up a burger restaurant if anyone's interested in doing so. As now entering the final stages of lap 20, Jerry Van Bossel abusing his tyres, warming them up to the absolute limit. Jensen will dominate, says Stokey. Jensen down in P7. He's the first on the fresh compound tyres, so we will have to watch out for him, Stokey. Indeed, indeed. Jerry Van Bossel still warming his tyres in the McLaren. Robbie is just behind. He's just watching and waiting. When will the chrome go? Oh, we can see getting so close. Oh, and he's going. Bustle's off. Bustle sent it into the chicane. They go now, braking at the normal pace, and the safety car restart has begun, and up to the line they go. Overtaking is now made possible, and Jensen is the guy we're gonna have to keep our eye on, as his first victim will be Zatike, as he's heading into the first corner, making the move into P6, forcing Zatike a bit wide though, as the Ferrari has to head off the track. And now Damiano also there. Robbie, can he make the move on Jerry Van Bossel? It seems like he can't just yet. Heading into lap 21. This is the first sector. He has a lot more opportunities to do so, but they will not come soon, as now 4/10 faster than his first sector 1. He is pushing it to the absolute limit. Volta Reflex getting very close to Zatike in that Ferrari. Gear just gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Jensen's next opponent is Damiano, and he's 6/10 ahead. Volta Reflex brushes past Zatike effortlessly, and now we can see the Haas of FRA Liam also battling Thomas very hard now as they head into this left-hander. Can he make the move? Yes, he can, just about. PSM Thomas is up positions, and Zatike leads that train. And Volta Reflex is the only guys in the middle of nowhere. Everyone else has someone on their bounty. As now Damiano defending like a lion from Jensen. He'll have to defend for another whole lap, but Jensen does not intend on waiting. Down the inside he goes, and that's going to be P5 for the VSR driver. As now Robbie also getting extremely close. Oshin makes a move in an active Hieche, as now VSR Jensen claims position number 5, and that's 2 positions away from a podium, which he's very close to reaching. He's made up 2 positions on this lap. Robbie and Jerry Van Bossel taking the fastest laps, as now heading onto the final lap of this race. IRT Mick up into the points positions. As we can see, they're all getting oh so close. IRT Mick has been spun out by Zatike in that point scoring position, but he did have a penalty, so I assume he wouldn't have gotten points anyways. Unfortunate for him though, as he gets spun out in the very last second. As now Jerry Van Bossel defending on this straight from Robbie. Robbie's not going to get past. Robbie's not going to get past on the straight. He can't make the move yet. The Haas is going to try everything, but Jerry is defending like an absolute lion as we head into sector 2, the slow right-hander corner. PSM Thomas makes the move. Zatike is down, and someone's gone flying. IRT Mick has passed Oshin because Oshin has been slow. Jerry Van Bossel collects a 3-second time penalty. Robbie is now into the lead, as VSR Jensen is behind. This position on track is not going to be P1 for Jerry Van Bossel. After that 3-second time penalty, he's done everything, but he can't defend from Robbie, as now Robbie is going to try get the position on track as well, just in case it may get removed. DT Noel has had a spin, and TF Damiano has retired from the session, and that is on track. A lot of chaos now, heading into the final lap of this race, and we can see a lot of people commenting already in the Discord, as now we wait and we wait. Jerry Van Bossel, he's going to cross the line in first, but it's going to be the Hungarian. Oh no, it's Troye! Troye! Through goes Troye on the outside as he looks to make the move. An incredible dive bomb, but he can't make it work. NOP Robbie crosses the line. It is going to be the win for overpowered Robbie. Outplayed Robbie, as now in that Haas. Beautiful win. He did everything right. He waited, and he did collect 0 penalties. He defended from Troye. He made sure that he was in P1, and he collects the first position on his debut here in SBS. Jerry Van Bossel would have gotten it, but he did get that penalty on the final lap of the race in sector 3 as well. So close, so very close. And now we're going to load up this screen. BSM Thomas gets P6 as he sees there, and some insane battles into that last lap. You can see the Haas walking out confidently in that suit, and we can see celebrating a well-deserved win. Is outplayed Robbie, and we can see P1 for him, P2 for Troye, and P3 for VSR Jensen, actually collecting a podium. Volta Reflex says yes, come on, best race finish. FRA Liam and PSM Thomas had a nice bit of battling, it seems, there, as we can see. At OP Robbie, congrats to him, with Jerry Van Bussel collecting that penalty, which meant he took P1. Troye also looked to get in on that action, making a very desperate move into the final corner, seeing if he could get his second race win. But no, it is P2 in his second race. Maybe in the third race he gets P3. Only God knows. As you can see, 3/10 behind Robbie. Robbie takes the win. Troye P2, Jensen P3, Jerry Van Bussel P4, Volta Reflex P5, Thomas goes P6. Then we have Liam in P7, Noel in P8. And P9 is Gidges, P10 is the TK. Then we have Mick, Oysin, Inactive Hector, Damiano, Blackbox, Mitwe, and Zaib rounds off. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I will go watch some Netflix and finish off my project. So thank you all for tuning in. Wheelo, enjoy the rest of your shift. And with that, guys, it is peace out for now. Join us next round for a sprint race. You heard that right. We're going to have a sprint race, round 3, and it is going to be at France. 26th of October. Don't miss it, guys. 7 p.m. BST, right here on this channel. And hopefully you guys hear my voice again. We're ending right now. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and I hope you have a nice weekend as well.